Hi everybody, it's Joyce here from Black Hair Compass, and today I'm coming to you guys with another submission to the question box. So I'll just go ahead and get right into it. The question is, so you don't interlock at all? What made you decide to retwist instead of interlocking your hair? So to answer the first part of that question, no, I don't interlock anymore at all. And the change pretty much comes down to three major reasons. The first one is time, the second one is slippage, and the last one is bunching. And I'll go in order. So when I first started my lock journey, I was interlocking my hair, and it took me about 3 days to complete my entire head. And at this point in my life, I'm just not interested in investing that kind of time to interlock my hair. I know that a part of that is not just that it takes 3 days to interlock. It's just that, you know, I'm still getting the hang of things. I'm a little bit slow at it, but all things being held equal and just where I am at, it would take me 3 days, and I just don't want to invest that kind of time in interlocking my hair. So the next thing is slippage. And for those of you who don't know what slippage is, it's just pretty much where you interlock the roots of your hair, and then like somehow, some way, the knot gets unraveled and the hairs like find their way out of the interlock. And I was experiencing quite a bit of that, which was also increasing my my retightening time even beyond the 3 days, because pretty much is what was happening is I would be interlocking my hair and then I would have to re-interlock it the next time because it slipped out. I think I was experiencing that because I was putting oil in my hair at the time, and I know that, you know, I have, especially when I started, my locks were pretty small and they kind of look like Sisterlocks, so I probably, you know, should have been treating them like Sisterlocks, and I would have likely avoided some of those some of the slippage that I encountered. And you know, Sisterlocks, people with Sisterlocks, they don't put oil in their hair, so had I done that, I probably would not have had so much slippage. And the last thing is bunching. And bunching is like where the end of the lock kind of crawls up into the body of the lock. I think I have an example of that here, where, you know, I have like this really fat end, and I have those all over my head. And pretty much what happened is some of my bunched ends got so big that I wasn't able to pass them through the base of the lock, because the base of the lock is really small and then the bunched end was like really fat. And at the time, in ignorance, I was kind of like forcing it through, and then I realized that one, I probably shouldn't be doing that, and two, I was breaking some of the hairs at my root by forcing that really fat lock through that really tiny base. So pretty much I had to make a decision, like, am I going to cut off the bunched ends and let the ends reseal and then continue interlocking, or am I going to change the way that I'm dealing with my new growth? And in the end, I decided to just change the way that I'm dealing with my new growth, and that's how I started doing the water only twisting of my roots. And so far, it's worked for me. I don't know if I'll go back to interlocking. I actually don't have anything against interlocking, and in some ways I think it would be a little bit more superior to twisting, especially if you give your hair enough time in between interlocking sessions, because it'll hold, you know, and as long as you're not, you know, interlocking too tight to the point that you're causing yourself to go bald, I think it's probably the better option. I'm thinking that once my hair matures and it grows out some, I may cut some of the bunched ends and go back to interlocking. But if I do, I will definitely be interlocking probably on a every 3 or 4 month schedule. I won't interlock every 6 weeks or anything like that. I don't think it would hurt to do that, but I just think for me and what I understand about my hair, I'd probably just interlock every 3 or 4 months. But yeah, I hope that answers your question. This is a short and sweet video, but I just wanted to touch bases because I know a lot of people were kind of asking me like, what made me switch? Are there some perils with interlocking? I really don't think that interlocking is anything to be afraid of if done correctly. And that pretty much goes for anything, even twisting. Even twisting can be damaging to your hair if it's done too tight or it's done improperly. So I think every technique is acceptable as long as the technique is being done with skill and is being done properly. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, and as always, I will see you all next time.